Hello, my name is Haitham Amin. I go by Sam. I'm the principal attorney here at Amin Law in SF, California. Today I'll discuss with you a recent arrest by the federal government of a California man from Orange County who allegedly used the Paycheck Protection Program, PPP, to defraud the government of approximately $5 million. His name was Mustafa Qadiri. He was being investigated by Homeland Security, the Small Business Administration Office of Inspector General, the FBI, and the IRS criminal investigation. The investigation is part of the Camino Real Financial Crimes Task Force. Mr. Qadiri was indicted on May 7, 2021. The indictment charged him with 4 counts of bank fraud, 4 counts of wire fraud, 1 count of aggravated identity theft, and 6 counts of money laundering. The charges alleged that Mr. Qadiri fraudulently obtained approximately $5 million in Paycheck Protection Program loans for his sham businesses, then used the money on himself, including purchasing a Ferrari, Bentley, and a Lamborghini. Moreover, according to the indictment, Mr. Qadiri claimed to have operated 4 Newport Beach-based companies, none of which are currently in operation. Allegedly, Mr. Qadiri submitted false and fraudulent PPP loan applications to 3 banks on behalf of those companies in Newport Beach. The false information allegedly included the number of employees to whom the companies paid wages, altered bank accounts with inflated balances, and fictitious quarterly federal tax return forms. Mr. Qadiri allegedly also used someone else's name, social security number, and signature to fraudulently apply for one of those loans. Relying on this false information, the banks funded the PPP loan application and transferred approximately $5 million to accounts Mr. Qadiri controlled. Also, Mr. Qadiri allegedly used the fraudulently obtained PPP loan proceeds for his own personal benefit, including for expenses prohibited under the requirements of the PPP program, such as the purchases of the luxury vehicles that I mentioned, the lavish vacations, and the payments of his personal expenses. Of course, federal agents have seized the Ferrari, the Bentley and Lamborghini that Mr. Qadiri allegedly purchased. Also, the federal government seized about $2 million in savings from his bank account. Now remember, a person convicted of wire fraud faces significant potential penalties. A single act of wire fraud can result in fines and up to 20 years in prison. However, if the wire fraud scheme affects a financial institution like a bank or is connected to a presidentially declared disaster or emergency, like the pandemic, the potential penalties and fines are up to $1 million and up to 30 years in prison. It's important to also remember the CARES Act was designed to provide emergency financial assistance to millions of struggling Americans and businesses who were affected from the current pandemic. One source of relief provided by Congress was the CARES Act that authorized up to $349 billion in forgivable loans to small businesses for job retention and certain other expenses through the PPP. Of course, in April, Congress authorized more than $300 billion in additional PPP funding, which allows small businesses and other organizations to receive loans with a maturity of 2 years and an interest rate of 1%. Businesses must use PPP loan proceeds for payroll cost, interest on mortgages, rent, and utilities. PPP allows the interest and principal to be forgiven if businesses spend the proceeds on these expenses within a set period and use at least a certain percentage of the loan towards payroll expenses. Thank you for watching. I have a team of professionals who are ready to assist. All you have to do is pick up the phone and give us a call. If you found this video educational, I'd greatly appreciate it if you can share it. Of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.